What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our YouTube channel,
The Labradorks, where we talk about everything adulting and anything that will boggle the millennial mind.
Yes, and today we are going to take you guys on a hike with us. First, let's get some coffee.
So this is, a little part of our daily vlogging that we're kind of trying to do now. With everyone in quarantine and, everyone inside, I feel it might be a little fun to do. Fun little project. Wow. Look at that line.
Check out this line. It goes from there all the way around to here. Okay, so
we're gonna go on a hike. The criteria for our hike today was, oh, you forgot to line me up. That's okay.
It's okay, you're still handsome.
So the criteria for our hike today was to find a trail that had a waterfall and something a bit more moderate. We went on a couple trails with easy setting on the All Trails app, and it was a little too flat, a little too simple.
Okay, so the trail that we're going to today is Halton Falls, Halton Reservoir. So for those who don't know, you can actually download the All Trails app. It's a useful little app that will give you all the details about the trail that you're about to go on. So like the kilometers, what kind of route type, reviews and pictures of the trails. So it's a really useful app.
What I like about it is the map. Once you map it, you can actually map out the trail, and it can overlay and can use your GPS location. So when you have the All Trails app open, you can see your location as it follows the trail itself. So it's really, really cool. I like it.
Can we get a venti iced coffee with vanilla sweet cream? That's it. Thank you.
So we out here in Halton.
Let's share our story.
There's the park.
That we are now leaving.
Aww.
The information that we learned was if you go to parkvisit.ca, you will see a list of conservation parks that are managed by the region of Halton or the region of Milton. Go there first, take a look at some of the parks that are listed there, and you have to reserve your 2-hour time slot. They won't let you into the park unless you have the reservation. Just piece of advice for anyone looking to come up here, and before you come out here and waste your time, do that first. So let's brainstorm. What are some things that we can do during the pandemic that's aside from being at home watching movies? So number one is, I get the first one, going on a hike. Has anyone ever driven to BC? How long does it take?
It takes 45.3 hours. It's 4,530 kilometers away. If you drive on an average speed of 100 kilometers, it will take you roughly about 45.3 hours. In short, in a day, if you drive 12 hours straight, it'll take us 4 days.
Yeah, I just knew that because I did quick maths.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
Okay, you read that. Okay, such a liar. How about this? We share stories about failed excursions on this vlog. What do you think?
If you're ever in Costa Rica and renting a car, like always take the toll roads. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Why?
So when you're Google mapping it, when you're Wazing it, just make sure you always choose toll routes. And there's a reason for that. Non-toll routes in Costa Rica means they have no money to fix the road.
So because we chose not to do a toll road, we ended up cutting through a mountainous region of Costa Rica. Pretty much a couple mountains. And it was, at first, it was nice. It was like, ooh, what a nice view. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, look at the clouds. Then when we started elevating above the clouds, it started to get a little scary. And the catalyst was the road ended. The road became rocks, and then it just got super bumpy. It was like, I don't even know how to when you're driving and you have to cross a train track? It's like that, but constantly like that. So imagine crossing 500 train tracks in a row. Just try.
But that wasn't your reaction.
Yeah.
Your reaction to it was,
Fuck! Oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore.
I've never seen Michael so scared in his life. Yeah, it was a big lesson.
So we had a rental car, and at the time we budgeted, and I didn't want to spend an extra amount of dollars if our car would break down up there. I literally felt like the suspension on that car was just gonna snap. And not only that, but because we
What
were
kind
at
of
the
car
top
was that?
I don't even know. It's a brand only in Costa Rica. We're gonna show you. It wasn't powerful enough. I felt like the suspension was just gonna snap. And on top of that, where we were driving, it was on the edge of a cliff. One wrong move, the car slips and we'd be rolling down a cliff in a car. Man, that's what was going through my head. I'm like, number one, I need to keep this car on the road.
The cherry on top was when it started raining.
Remember when I booked the wrong Airbnb? Since we're on the topic of Costa Rica.
Costa Rica was our first not going to a resort type of vacation. It was like our gateway to just traveling and just doing things off the cuff. And anywho, one of the Airbnbs that we booked, when we got there, we didn't realize that we were sharing the place with some dude.
I'm sure he was safe, but...
And I'm sure lots of people do it and it's normal, but we weren't expecting it. So thought that we were booking a place that was just for us two. So yeah, we get there and then the guy tours us. He was super nice.
He was super nice.
He was so nice. He tours us in this place and then he showed us to his room, and then that's where we realized, oh my god, we're rooming with someone.
He's like, I'll be back later.
He's like, I'm going to work.
I'll be right back.
What? What do you mean? It would have been fine if we were expecting it, but I guess we were tired and we just wanted to kick back, not have to mingle with anyone else. The moment we hooked up to their internet, Michael and I decided, okay, are we staying or are we looking for another place?
And we decided to look for another place immediately.
And we felt so bad because we had to give the guy an excuse.
Going back to the point here, the poor decision and excursion was booking that Airbnb.
Just make sure that you're not bunking with, unless you want that, right? At that time when we booked it, we didn't want that. So obviously it was a little of a roadblock for us.
Yeah.
But if you're cool with that, by all means do it. We're just saying that when you do book, just be careful because sometimes they have little fine prints that you aren't aware of.
Yeah.
So you have an idea of where we went to in Costa Rica.
So how Costa Rica works is San Jose is in the center. We went kind of south and west to Manuel Antonio on the west coast. And then we had to drive north and more east to north of San Jose to get to La Fortuna.
Yeah, there's still so much to see in Costa Rica, and I wouldn't mind going back. I think my favorite part of Costa Rica had to be TABACON. Literally the most expensive hotel that we've stayed at. Ever.
Even going to other places in the world.
And we only stayed there for a night because it was so expensive. But one of the features of this place was the hot springs that they had connected to the hotel.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the reasons why we chose that place because we treated ourselves, right?
Yeah, that's why we checked in there for a day or two. So that was unreal. That resort was unreal, man. That was so good.
That was the first time we experienced the robe life.
You walked around in robes.
But that was cool. And you had to wear a robe everywhere because you're just literally going to be in the springs all the time.
Day, yeah.
Right?
And the springs is in a different location from where you stayed and slept.
Yes.
So the Hotel Villas was in a different area of the compound, and you had to take a little van to get to the actual springs.
They had a shuttle service that would take you to and from the hotel.
And the springs area is what housed the restaurants. The restaurants were there. So the resort is called TABACON.
Yeah.
Hot Springs Resort. It was, man, that was unreal. My favorite time was probably the beginning.
In San Jose?
Yeah.
Just roaming around in the city?
Yeah.
You like that, eh?
I like that because for me, and even the last, because we went to San Jose again.
Yeah.
And just kind of walked around. That was probably my favorite part. Aside from TABACON. TABACON, hands down, was good, but if we were to exclude resort life, it would have been San Jose. and the you know, our Airbnb there, and just exploring the city, going to the market, eating
Yeah.
all the food.
The food was really good too.
Right.
But yeah, that's it for now. We're gonna go and see
Yeah.
some friends
We're gonna
while
deliver some
social
food and pick-
distancing,
yeah,
obviously.
some things, guys.
All
I'm
right.
delivering some pizza.
See you in a bit.
Bye. All right, so instead of going hiking, we were at a park. We spent most of our days at a park, social distancing, obviously, and making sure that we are not endangering anyone's lives. It was a good day. We will talk to you guys later on the next vlog. All right, peace.